I mean, first off, good win, because that was the goal. Get the win, get some rest for Saturday. But a lot of concerns with this game because the Lakers, they went up 18, supposed to put a team like this away. They gave up a lead. On a night where LeBron doesn't shoot well, AD doesn't shoot well, and you get a win because you have role players who stepped up, I mean, you'll take that. But moving forward, they got to play better, Skip, Keyshawn. This is not a team playing like this that you want to see going to Denver. You know, they got thrashed in the paint. I mean, they gave up 62 points. They got crushed on the rebounds. And if you play like this versus the Denver Nuggets, the defending champs in their building, you're going to go home early. And by early, I mean you might get swept. And so, yeah, it was a good win. There's some positives that you can take from this. Obviously, you like what D'Angelo Russell did, Austin Reeves did. But moving forward, they got to play better. And you're right. They were on the ropes if Zion had stayed in the game because he was just unstoppable. And I'm thinking like he was playing the game of his life, so it had to be some type of injury. It looked mysterious. It didn't look like much, but something had to happen because you're having a game of your life. You tie the game up.
Game of your life.
I mean, game of your life. And you go up and you tie the game up and you come out. So I know it has to be something. But, you know, good win for the Lakers moving forward.
Yeah.
They need to be better, though, if they want to at least push this series beyond 4 games with the Nuggets.
I hear you. So, Keyshawn, are you more relieved or happy? Which way are you? Are you...
A win is a win is a win. We got the win, Skip.
You did get
I expected for him to continue that 18-point onslaught with 5:32 to go in the third quarter. It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Okay, they closed the gap. They tied it up. I get all that. LeBron didn't play well. He shot well from the free throw, as you like to say, Skip. They are free throws for a reason. He was 10 of 10. He's gotten better at that. That's one up on him with the GOAT conversation. That's one up on him.
Wait, I thought you didn't do GOAT conversations.
No, but so he didn't play well. He didn't shoot the ball particularly well. You know, you look at him, he was 6-20 from the field. But at the free throw line, he cashed it in. He played bully ball, you know, and he did get to the cup many times and went to the line. That was a plus. Anthony Davis has to play better. Can't get pushed around when he's down low. He has to finish. He's already at the rim. He had an opportunity to have a lot of and ones last night, but he couldn't cash in the easy. I'm already kissing the rim, but for some reason, I can't put it in.
No.
But then, okay, so now you say, well, the role players, as I said to you yesterday, and as I said throughout these conversations, those guys, Austin Reeves, Hachimura, along with D'Lo, have got to finish. And they did. D'Lo especially knocked down crucial threes, especially late in the game in the fourth quarter, a minute some change ago. He hit the one in the corner. Reeves assist, knocked it down, go up by 4. The game was over at that point, right? It was pretty much over with. So when I look at this matchup against the Nuggets, if you want to move things forward, they've got to clearly play better. But they got to go back and look at the things that they've done wrong in the last 8 appearances against the Nuggets and fix that, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
They got to fix that if they want to have an opportunity. Steal one. I don't care if it's the first one or the second, but you can't come back to L.A. 0-2 because it's going to be hard as hell if you come back to L.A. 0-2 to tie it up. It's curtains. It's over with.
It's curtains.
Yeah, it's curtains.
Agreed.
And I think look, I think they know that. Now, look, Anthony Davis didn't play well last night, Skip, but he did have a back injury, okay? He did, to some degree.
I got it.
And I don't know how well he was feeling last night. He played. So you would think with the rest that he's getting now over the next several days, that back will be much better, and he'll be able to withstand the punishment down low, the bruising, the pounding, or that Joker will put his butt up on him and bounce him around. He'll be able to withstand that. I would think so. And then LeBron just gotta shoot it better. He too, again, at times he was so out of control. It's Speedy Gonzalez down the lane. He fell one time. I was like, LeBron, come on, man. Because I think he thought that they was going to defend him, and he moved out the way.
It's almost like the chair got pulled out from
the chair got pulled from underneath him because he was coming down. He was coming downhill so damn fast.
Agreed.
I'm like, you gotta start to be under control, man, and stop taking bad shots and getting caught in traps where you can't get rid of the ball, and you wind up just taking a bad shot because you're holding on to it too long. get rid of the ball. I need some pace. I need the ball to move around in different people's hands. And if they can correct that, I'm giving us a fighting chance, man. I don't care what nobody say. I know everybody out there, Skip, saying that the Nuggets is bringing out the broom again. I don't believe that.
Okay. All right, my turn. To your point about the free throws, he did make 10 out of 10. And I say to that what I said to 41% from three. It's about damn time. We're near 21, and finally he's making free throws. That better hold through the next 4 games or 5 games or 6 games or whatever it's going to take. He's going to have to keep making free throws and start making threes again in big games because he did not shoot it well from 3 last night. He was 1 of 5. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this again. I really like this basketball team. I've liked it from the start. And I loved what Gabe Vincent started to bring to this team last night because I started seeing little flashes of that guy who scored 29 points against your Celtics last year in Game 3 in Miami.
He knocked down a couple crucial threes.
And the same guy who scored 25 points in Game 2 at Denver last year in the finals, which was the only game that Miami won. He is capable, and he's finally getting legs underneath him. So I like that. And yet, to both of your points, with 6:21 left in the third quarter, I tweeted in all caps, bring on the Nuggets, because the Lakers were up by 18 at that point. And from that moment on, they proceeded to give up a 38-20 run. 38-20? It's wrong. It's scary wrong to me because you're better than that, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're flawed to the core. But
I think LeBron was out a little bit of that time.
But they couldn't get it back, and little Alvarado came in and jump-started.
He get on my nerves, man.
Well, he gets on their nerves. He gets on D'Lo's nerves.
I didn't get on my nerves, Paul.
Grand Theft Alvarado.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he and D'Lo got into it early. And then every shot D'Lo made, he's looking at the bench, talking to their bench. He had something going with them, but whatever. If you had told me going into this game that LeBron and AD would combine to shoot 12 of 36, I'd say curtains for this game, right? Mm-hmm. And yet, Zion, I'm a big fan. And I was Zion over Ja coming out in that draft, and then it was going back and forth, and Ja's had his issues off the court, but it's always been kind of 50-50 between those two. Last night was his first postseason game, and that was a coming out party for him because he was cooking them. And to both your points, I mean, you got blasted in points in the paint, 62-30. Are you kidding? Los Angeles.
It was all him.
It was all him.
Yeah, it was all him.
So he's got 40 points, and we get to the flashpoint moment, and he just goes up and scores easily over AD. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, this feels wrong again because it's 95 all. And he comes down, and it doesn't look like he came down awkwardly or dangerously, did it? It didn't to me. And he's got a little bit of hitch in his step, just maybe a tiny bit of gimpy little limp in him as he's going to the bench. And he sits for a second. There it is again. And he's angry, and he's angry, and he's angry. And then he just picks up he pulls his jersey over his face, and then he goes and sits on the bench, and then he throws the towel, and he gets up, and he runs to the locker room. And I'm thinking, if you can run to the locker room, why couldn't you run back out onto the floor?
Power walk.
Right? Okay. All right. But I'm saying, I don't know. And it's, look, I always tell you, and I'll tell you now, when we talk about injuries, I don't know. There's only one human in this world who really knows what happened, and it's that human.
Yeah.
What went on inside his left leg? I don't know. I don't know.
If it was a hamstring, it can go all the way up to his buttocks.
Okay, but Keyshawn, if it were a hamstring, he wouldn't have moved the way he moved to the locker room.
But it could be a hamstring.
A little more gimpy.
Yeah.
I've had a hamstring injury.
Yeah, but it may not be.
I've tweaked my hamstring.
It could
You're not walking like
You're
that.
shut
But
down, man.
You're not walking like that.
To the point, though. It could be to the point where it's not as severe as you would think because they call it a hamstring. It could just be a simple tweak, and he's not comfortable, and he doesn't feel like he can stretch it out and run. That's what it could be.
Okay, I'm with you.
Like that.
Okay.
No, you can walk like that.
No.
No.
I've had a strained hamstring.
No, you can walk like that.
Not walking like that.
I told you in the hallway, basketball players are a little different than football players. So anything, it could be a nail, y'all done for the week. He can be a little bitty hangnail. Y'all done for the week, Paul.
Wait, you're talking to Wheelchair Paul here, right?
I came back in the game.
He did.
Wheelchair Paul.
I came back in the game.
So funny you mentioned that, Skip. Somebody.
right
So I was talking to somebody last night after the game when this happened, and they said that Paul should have gave him the wheelchair.
I got it still.
Okay, and
I'm gonna bring it on
you
set one day.
did come back in the game.
There wasn't nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
I came back. So what's wrong with Zion?
Okay.
Something might be wrong with him. Why would you?
I had a twisted meniscus.
I understand. I've had
Sprained
injuries.
meniscus.
I've had injuries. I played with a torn MCL. I get it. But something's wrong with the man.
Yeah, I agree.
Something's wrong with
Okay,
him.
but Keyshawn,
He couldn't go.
this is your superstar coming out party,
I
right?
understand that, but something is obviously wrong with him, Skip.
What are you doing? Can you not just be a football player and suck it up and just come back on the floor?
Though. That's this. That's not stop and go, stop and go. You can wrap it. You can wrap your hamstring as a football player and go out there and play with no problem at all. It's hard because he's got to jump. He's at different movements and motions. And if he didn't feel good, clearly something's wrong with him. You honestly think that he would bow out with 3 minutes left in the game?
I don't think he would do that.
No.
But I will tell you this. This probably was the most mysterious injury
It was. That's what
I've
I said.
ever seen.
Ever.
But he could have, Paul.
I mean, he could have pulled his hamstring. Usually when you pull something, when you strain something, like we saw Giannis do, like we saw multiple players do, you grab something. Like he literally went up, came down, and grabbed his jersey and put it over his face.
Because he could feel it. But what I was about to say to you...
Don't your natural reaction tell you like,
your natural reaction won't tell you that if you already injured it and you fought through it. Now all of a sudden you re-injured it and now you know I can't go anymore. If you look at Anthony Davis in this game a couple days ago, he got pushed in the back by Nance Jr. We had to go back and look at the clips to find out where the injury was at because when he came off the screen, all of a sudden, he's limping and everybody's like, what the hell is wrong with him?
So your natural reaction gonna show the injury. He's limping. What did we see Zion do? He didn't grab at nothing, so he didn't look down at nothing. Like a natural, you've been like hurt before.
Yeah.
You grab a shoulder, you grab a hamstring. So that's why I was like, it was kind of mysterious the way it all went down.
Yeah, it looked weird, but I'm telling you, he did something.
Like, look, he went up, laid the ball up, and walked 2, 3, turned around, looked, stared him down, and then just put his jersey over his face, right? And just walking like...
But the walk looks okay to me, right? Right. Hey, Keyshawn, on the AD play, his back didn't spasm clearly until the next sequence.
Yes.
Okay, because your back will it'll be tweaked, but it won't grab.
You're correct about that. What I'm saying to you guys on this is what if he hurt it in the beginning of the third quarter or somewhere along the lines, and now all of a sudden he re-injured it to the point where he knows, damn, I can't go.
Okay, I hear all that, but we always talk about, do you have that dog in you or not?
I get it.
And
Michael played with a 200-degree temperature. I get it. I understand.
You know how it is. You played with a torn whatever it was, right?
Yep.
Okay, you just do. This man got out of his wheelchair and finished the game, okay? You just do.
First of all, you shouldn't have been in the damn wheelchair. Stop, man. What's wrong with no Paul? You had to go to the restroom, man.
No, I did. I tweaked my meniscus. Come on, man.
All right, so from that point forward, now it's a basketball game because they've lost their heart and soul player, the guy who's been dominating. So now it's like level playing field all of a sudden. Now who's going to make the play to win the game? And I'm going to suggest that AD did make the play that won the game because this is 17 seconds left. And LeBron's having a rough night, and he's having a rough fourth quarter. What was he, 1 of 6 from the fourth quarter?
He didn't play well.
Okay, he did not play well. No, I'm sorry, 1 for 8 from the floor in the fourth quarter. But he's pushing and he's trying, and he goes over here to the left, and he takes an ill-advised shot.
I don't know what he's doing.
It was just a bad idea, and it's like a 3-foot short air ball, and guess who goes and gets it? Guess who goes and gets it?
Coming to help you. Why would you pin yourself in the corner?
I don't know, but listen. That was a grown man rebound. I think it's over, is it over Nance Jr.?
Yes, Nance Jr.
Yeah. And listen, that saved the game.
Yeah.
That's a 2-point game at that point. And if Nance comes down with the basketball, they're going the other way, down 2, and I don't know what's going to happen from that point on.
Yeah, and when he was going into the corner, all I could do is Skip was on my left shoulder.
But he just hit a shot like that.
No, he didn't hit that shot.
A couple minutes ago.
No, he just made a jumper.
He made a jumper. It wasn't that shot.
Over Herb Jones, he made a jumper.
Yeah, it wasn't that right there.
But this is a fadeaway.
This is fading away, going out of bounds.
With two people chasing you.
Yeah,
come on.
And for whatever reason, I knew he was going to miss this. And all I could think of was Skip. I swear to you, I might have texted you at the same time, Paul. It was, oh, man, Skip.
What are you doing? And yet, AD comes down with the basketball and marches to the free throw line and makes both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And it saved you because it felt like that was game over, even though they gave him a couple of easy 2s on the other end, and Austin Reeves had to make a couple of free throws.
Well, the inbound ball scared me, too.
It was a little scary.
Because I did not have to call that if I'm a ref. I could have just swallowed my whistle.
Yeah.
On the inbound, when LeBron, I could have swallowed my whistle.
You could just see once Zion started walking to the locker room, it really took the air out of the building. It really did, because he's like we say, he's playing the game of his life, and you hope that he's fine and he's okay. And you just felt like, okay, once he walked to the back, the Lakers should win this game easily.
Okay.
You know? And they did. So
and I want to give you props. You did call this yesterday, and I'm surprised you didn't say it in your opening salvo, but you did say the Lakers going to shoot a whole lot more free throws. They did because they do. They do. They were second in the league in free throw attempts to, believe it or not, Orlando. I don't know how Orlando led the league in free throw attempts, but they did. And yet the Lakers win the free throw line. They get 29 to 15 free throws for the home team, and Willie Green was not happy about it after the game.
I told somebody I was talking to him over the phone. I said, I was talking to Rav, actually. I said, Paul said the Lakers was going to shoot way more free throws, and LeBron was going to get way more calls, both on the offense and the defensive end. Loved it. He got a lot of, he took 2 charges in that game?
He did.
Yeah, I loved it.
He took 1 from Zion, and you want to talk about elephant versus elephant. Boy, that is a collision.
But see, here's again, he took that from Zion. Get up, though. You wasn't that hurt, LeBron. Get up. You 272. Get your tail up.
And I think it did hurt him.
Man, get up, man. You LeBron.
You
get up.
Jump in front of that Mack truck, Zion. You're gonna feel the pain from that shoulder in your chest.
The way he was rolling around, I thought he got shot.
Man, Zion is about 300 pounds muscle.
No, I know.
I'm shocked that LeBron even took that charge. So, he didn't shoot well, but I will tell you this. He made necessary plays for them.
He did, absolutely.
He didn't shoot well, but he, taking the charge.
He took 2 charges, and he had
some nice dimes.
Hey, he had 3 steals and 2 blocks. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
9 assists.
9 assists and 9 rebounds.
Good dimes he threw out there.
No, and they needed every one of them. And your man D'Lo, he comes and he goes, but
he came.
He mostly came, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He knocked that shot in the corner with whatever it was, less than a minute to go and put us up by 4 when we was up by 1. We needed that. And he knocked it down. It didn't touch the rim. Yeah. It was all net.
It was also, do we have that? I thought it was
a great pass. It was a great pass by Reeves.
By Austin Reeves.
And if I can remember.
That was the sequence where LeBron just said, Austin,
but he put that defender in a bind. That defender, there's no way in the world he should leave.
No.
He should leave D'Lo wide open like that, right, Paul?
Yeah.
No, not at all. You know what I like about D'Lo that he's giving them? He's playing with a certain type of, swagger, dude. You know what I'm saying? He's been confident this whole year because even when Alvarado got in his face that part, he really didn't budge. No. You know what I'm saying? You like that from your role players. Yeah. That stand strong, that really stand in there because you expect that from your stars, your leaders. So, he had the littlest guy run up on him and he baited him into a technical even though he got one. I like what D'Lo is bringing to the game as a role player.
All right,
he's really
Keyshawn, I've told you, and we'll get deeper into this when we talk about Denver, but Austin Reeves needs to have a little bigger role to close games. And he said after the game that he was very happy that LeBron was confident enough in him in that last sequence. That was 51 seconds left. LeBron said, here, you do this. Do it this time. I'm going to let you have the ball. And he just got out of the way. And it was Austin who got in the lane and kicked the ball out.
That's what I told y'all a few weeks ago. LeBron's got to trust these guys. He got to allow these guys to make plays. He can't control every situation. And that's the best version of the Lakers when he does that. And I like the fact that you deferred to him and you allowed the two guys that you need most, if you're trying to make a deep run into the playoffs, to allow them to make plays and give them confidence. Because more times than not, Anthony Davis not going to shoot 6 for 20, and LeBron's not going to shoot 6 for 16, and you're going to win. So that was great for them.
All right, final point. You saw what happened in Sacramento. We all thought Golden State was going to win. We'll get deeper into the game in just a moment.
Ooh, man.
But you know what could have happened if Zion does not mysteriously get hurt. If they close the game with Zion scoring 10 more points and they win, all of a sudden, you know what would have happened? Then you would have to come home and face your ultimate nemesis, Sacramento.
It didn't happen, though. Skip, so why even bring that up?
Well, it was that close.
If Zion going to score 10 more points with 4 minutes to go in the game, then we deserve to lose.
Okay. If you do go and win this year's championship, you will look back at the flashpoint moment with Zion's injury, right?
We won't.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
No, we won't.
Trust me. Well, I will. I'm going to remind you.
They was exchanging buckets at that point. So how could you just say that Zion go with 4 minutes to go, he's just going to take it completely over? He's going to go on a 10-0 run?
I want you on record. You think you would have won the game if Zion did not go out of the game?
Look, here's what I'm going to say before you move on to pay some bills. It didn't happen. We won the game.
Oh.
That's what happened.
I know what my eyes
What we will be
told me.
talking about is if we go on to win it, LeBron James took him from the 8th seed to the World Championship. That's what we will be talking about.
That'll be an amazing feat.
It would be a feat. It wouldn't make him any kind of a goat.
Yeah, 7 seed.
That's right. He would be the 7. It feels like the 8. I don't know. From what I saw in the second half last night, I'm not sure now about these Lakers. But let's talk about those Warriors. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.